Loading. Loading. One of my favorite things about this is the fusion. I've not gotten to the level where I can see if the characters actually fuse, but I do know for sure that Johnny Cage has a ninja mime costume, which you'll see here shortly. I actually got that card today. This is actually a kind of like the Sub-Zero trilogy version from the PlayStation 2 almost, but with a little bit more going on as far as leveling up. The gameplay is like more, I'm gonna say, if I would have to say whack, but you can see they're on quest. I've not unlocked Melina or Sindel or Noob Saibot or Liu Kang or Katana or Tequila or Scorpion or the Joker, nor Raiden, nor Rain, or Mortal Kombat 11 Liu Kang, or classic movie Johnny Cage, Freddy Krueger, Nightmare Leatherface. A lot of these characters have not been unlocked, and I'm pretty sure, and that's classic Liu Kang. There's Cassie Cage, and it just goes on and on. It just goes on and on. Cold War Scorpion, Cold War Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero is one of the best. There's Combat Cup Johnny Cage, Hanzo Hasashi Scorpion. I'm just naming the ones I really cut for. Mortal Kombat 11 Raiden. There's Kobujutsu Tanya, Pyromancer Tanya. I mean, then Sonya Blade, Circle of Shadows Sub-Zero, Boraichu. Almost forgot about him. There's two different Katanyas right there side by side. Kung Lao, Melina. And I mean, the list is just continuing as far as the characters goes. Some things you cannot do until you reach a certain level. I mean, there's Jason Voorhees, Flaming Fist Liu Kang, Inferno Scorpion, Dark Raiden, there's Quan Chi, Classic Sub-Zero, another Jason Voorhees. And I mean, this just goes on and on. Grandmaster Sub-Zero, Thunder God. I mean, this is just ridiculous as to the character list. And this lets me know that the game is actually a long game to play out. And you get preset moves, different preset moves, and this is just the app. I cannot recall how much space it takes up. Wow, okay, so I've clicked on the card. I don't have it, therefore I can't level it up. The green skulls, it says 45, those are souls. You can purchase stuff with the souls and the dragon coins. I'll do an in-live feature with that. And if I had this card, for example, I could do stuff with it. Only thing is, can't do that. But it allows you to see things that are displayed, the features, the strength. So it's like an insight as to what you should do if you run across this player. But when you run across them, they would not be at their base level as you would receive them. So it shows you, well, it shows them as you would receive them at their base level, and the things that you can change with them. Now, what I did find very interesting was faction wars. You will be able to pick a faction. If you don't know what a faction is, I just momentarily would not take the time out to explain it to you. I will let Google do its job, or Siri, or Wikipedia. The word faction. Let's see. I will go back so you can spell it for some of those that don't, or not capable of spelling it. multiplayer faction wars. So this does mean other people. There's a variety of online multiplayer things going on. Single player, you want to play that as much as you can and get your levels up. I went from 1 to, well, you would have to see the characters I have. There's presets. But on the multiplayer faction wars, you cannot play Survivor until you reach, well, you can play on any one of these. Once you've reached a certain level, and that level is, well, for example, where it says fight, I click on fight and it'll tell you Diamond and Fusion 1 gold characters above only. So you have to get all 3 of your characters in this card section. You see how they move? You can move them around and whatnot. I don't believe you can move their cards around, the opponent's cards, but Swuellion, the one right above his head, shows that he's a fusion character. Took me some time to do that. In the past 2 hours, I brought them from like Kung Jin from like a level 7 and Swuellion from a level 9 up to what you see there now in Sub-Zero. He's starting to level up slowly, but the character that you have in the fight from the beginning or that wins the fight will develop more points. But if you use Sub-Zero the whole time and your other 2 characters, they will develop points. So I click load preset. You would have to ignore the names for the moment, but you can name them. And so that way, there's the Johnny Cage and Sergeant along with Sub-Zero. Since Sub-Zero is my favorite character, I'm going to keep him in at all times and rotate my other 2. This is like a 3-on-3. They do have the test of strength feature on here as well. But this is the mime Johnny Cage. I'm going to click on his card. Is that I'm going to say awesome. So he's at level 10. I still need basically roughly 9,000 something points to get to level 11. Equipment. I'm just now trying to add equipment. Okay, well, look here. I'm going to give him the katana. If he doesn't already have it. Okay, I just learned how to do this. I added that up there. I want to develop him as well. But I don't like that character's costume. So you know what? I'm going to take that out of there. I'm not going to give him the katana. He's just going to be leveling up with his hands. Sub-Zero. Let's see. Sergeant. What are we going to add? Are we going to give Sergeant the katana? But I take that back. Let's see what my characters, what other presets I have. Okay, that one was that way. And you can take as long as you like in between these sessions to fix up your characters and all that. This one's ooey. Okay, Shirayu Rayu is at 9. I'm gonna keep him in so I can get him leveled up. But although these characters, if you can see, Jack Briggs is at 22, Sindel is at 27. So regardless, you still need all fusion characters. Alright, so let's exit out of that. That's a basic tutorial of how the apps work, and I will do some major in-game plays here shortly.